All right, we are live. Welcome, you guys. It's been a while since I've done a live video, but I felt like this was the perfect time to do one. Um, my voice is still a little bit hoarse, so I'm just still trying to get over recovering my voice. But my mom is here with me joining in. You guys, I've been celebrating my birthday all month because mainly because I have two best friends whose birthdays are also in July. So it just feels like I should celebrate all month, right, Mom?
Yes.
I'm here in LA and Los Angeles right now having a blast. If you want to see my B-Day pictures and all that activity, follow my Instagram account, Brandy Nichelle B. Be sure that you guys are subscribed to the channel if you're not already currently subscribed, and make sure you like the video when you come in, please. All right, so we are talking about Carlee Russell, Mom, today. Some additional news has broke about the case. That I just had to talk about. Now, I don't normally talk about, topics like this unless they're concerning relationships. So, as the Carlee Russell story unfolds, people on TikTok have been, saying some things, doing research. I guess this is what they do on TikTok. I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. But basically, people on TikTok have come to the conclusion that Carlee Russell created all this drama, this whole entire story, to get her ex's attention. Now, this is where I enter the chat because this is so toxic if this is true, Mom.
Well, I don't believe that until I actually hear what she has to say, because all of that is just chatter. People have made memes and a possible movie and lots of things based on what they speculate happened. So I don't know. Maybe this girl is actually troubled or something. We just have
Well,
to wait and see what. Because she really needs to be evaluated, because this story was way too far for her to just make all of this up. And I understand she probably did, but she has to have more of a reason why. Or maybe she don't even know why. Maybe she is troubled. But
she's definitely troubled.
we have to wait and see. And
Well,
I don't put too much merit on what other people think, because opinions are just that. People develop opinions based on, whatever.
mm-hmm.
So I just need to find something concrete to even agree with that.
Well, so people are basically saying her boyfriend broke up with her because he apparently cheated on her. Some text messages were actually exposed to show that she cussed the girl out and all that kind of stuff. But they're saying she created this whole story to get his attention, to make him feel worried about her in hopes that, you know, she'll bring him back to her. That was the whole thing. But this is how people are reacting to the news on social media. I'm going to read just a couple of comments here. Give me 1 second. So somebody said, at this point, we need to hear from Carlee because these people are trying to destroy this girl. Let's hear from Carlee directly. I do believe that. Now, somebody else said, now black folks gonna start blaming racism for her disappearance. Somebody else said, if I didn't think this plan out too well, it was a person. Someone else said, now I done had some great eggplant in my life. I'm just gonna say eggplant, but we all know what that means. And been a little emotional when detaching myself from said eggplant, but never have I ever been so far gone that I'm willing to take ish this far. All I hear is excuses for her, and that's making me even more irritated with this whole situation. Let me show my daughters this BS so they know what not to do, not to allow people to have that much control over their mental. Okay. Somebody else said, very sad in America, we black people don't get second chances. Let's all be kind to her. No matter the circumstances, she isn't a bad person. She just made a bad decision. We can all remember the decisions we made at 25 or will make if you're not quite 25. I actually agree with that. I think, this whole situation is just bizarre. We don't really know why Carlee did this. If it's over a guy, which is kind of leaning toward that, then it's very sad. But I feel like she's 26 years old, mom, and when you're that young, you do make stupid decisions. You're not thinking clearly. And you and I talked about, when you're going through rejection. So let's say this girl did, her boyfriend did break up with her. She's so emotional. It's very hard to deal with that, especially when she got cheated on too. It's just kind of like she probably felt the person that she loves want somebody else and don't want her. So there's something about her that he didn't want and he didn't like, and that's devastating. That was devastating to her. So that probably took her into a state of like some sort of an emotional breakdown for her to say, you know what, I'm going to think of something so that I can turn this whole thing around. He'll want me. He'll be searching for me, and
that could be true, but
yeah,
we still need the pieces because number one, if someone is going through something like that, someone would have noticed the change in her behavior, namely her parents.
Yeah.
So if her parents were concerned about, what her behavior was like before this happened, because she would have shown some kind of signs. She would have been preoccupied or maybe not wanting to go to work or crying or whatever. Somebody, whether it was her friends or her parents, should have known that something was off about her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and maybe they did, and maybe they are covering her behavior up.
Mm-hmm.
I think her parents know more than they shed light on, and maybe they come to the realization that maybe Carlee was going through something, and maybe she did reach out to them and they just blew it off.
Yeah, I could see that.
Then, because she took the time to Google stuff and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
because it's the whole situation is just bizarre.
It is bizarre. Mom, what would you have done if I had done something like this when I was in my early 20s? You think? First of all, I would have never done anything like this, but let's just play hypothetical. What if I had done something really stupid like this?
Well, number one, if you would have come home 2 days from being and just sashaying into the house, I would have said, okay, now this game you're playing is over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need you to tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I do not believe that you have been abducted or whatever. And the truth would have been out a long time ago. My daughter, for whatever reason, has made all of this up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the honest truth.
And I know it's hard for parents to,
yeah, it is. But I was always the kind of parent, I knew when there was a change in my children because I paid attention.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people don't pay attention because everybody's so busy living their own lives. They don't have time to attend to the lives of their children. But I was always an attentive parent, so I knew when there was a change in my children.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I think I just learned how to deal with things like that on my own. First of all, my ego wouldn't even allow me to get to a point where I'm acting out like that. The people, it's weird because people will say cancers are so emotional and whatever else. I'm just not.
And they haven't mentioned who are her friends. Do she have any best friends? Because her best friends may be able to shed some light on some of this stuff too.
I don't know. No one has come forward yet. Yeah, I think her ex-boyfriend deleted all of her photos off of his Instagram. That's what they're saying after the story, came out that she lied. So I think she did grab his attention for just a little bit, and then and then once it came out she lied, he was just like, oh hell no,
Well, that's awful.
It is awful. But like I was saying, when I was that age, when I was in my early 20s, I definitely went through a horrible, horrible breakup. And I experienced rejection. It was very, very tough. It's tough going through that, being rejected and things like that. But I was able to walk away. I cried for a little bit. I was able to walk away and get over it. But I realized not everybody's like
still,
that.
I knew about that. You know what I'm saying? You shared that with me.
Yeah.
So you shared it with someone. Maybe, you didn't want to share it with your friends, but you did share it with me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And we talked about it.
Yeah, it's just so crazy to think that someone would go through this great lengths. And I I feel like, yeah, we do need to hear from Carlee. We do need to hear from her, but I don't think that's going to happen for a while because I think things need to settle first.
Well,
I think everybody has so much to say about this situation.
well, I don't. She may not have a choice because at the end of the day, if she don't, she can be arrested
Yeah.
because now there's basically no evidence to corroborate that story.
Yeah.
So if she doesn't talk soon, she's gonna find herself sitting in the jail until she does. So
Oh my
because
gosh.
it's a criminal offense
People are saying
to
that
do that.
yes, yes, it is. And you know what? I'm sure she didn't realize it was a criminal offense because she's young. You know, she didn't realize that. She didn't know
She's
that.
not a Jussie Smollett who has money who can pay
Right.
who can pay a fine and
And get out of
still
it and
get
have
away from it.
connections. Right.
You
Right.
know,
People are saying, she's probably going to off herself. I hope that's not true. I mean, I hope that, that something like that does not happen. But her life is basically ruined. I mean, her image is ruined. She lost her job and everything else. Like, I hope that I am praying for her because I do feel really bad for her. I've realized some people don't. Some people are just like she needs X, Y, and Z. But I do feel like she made a bad decision. She's young, so I do give her grace. I don't know what's gonna happen to her, but yeah, if this is over a guy, that's just really silly. So I guess we'll just have to wait and find out, Mom.
yeah, well, that's all we can do.
But that's really all I wanted to come on here and talk about. I just felt like it was really interesting, and it's just this whole story has just been really interesting. I wasn't gonna talk about it, but I'm just like, wow, if she did this over a guy, that is insane. But anyway, you guys, thank you guys for coming in to check it out for just a short moment. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, follow my Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please let me know in the comments what you think about Carlee Russell. Do you think that, she did this over her guy, her ex boyfriend, or do you think she just wanted attention or money or whatever? Let me know your thoughts, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.